What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be teaching you how to flip your SLP regulator. So if you guys are unfamiliar with what I mean by flip your regulator, most of you guys are going to be putting this on a tank unless you want to hang it on your shelf or do absolutely nothing with it. So when it's sitting in your backpack, you're going to notice that the adjustment for your PSI is going to be above your UFA, or where it mounts to the tank. So a lot of customers have emailed us asking how to flip this so that your adjustment is now on the bottom, giving you a lower profile. What I'm going to show you today is how to do that. The only thing you're going to need is thread tape, or if you have a thread sealant that's rated for the PSI that this regulator is going to be operating at, I recommend that. These regulators are handmade and sealed with the sealant, so when you break your UFA's seal, you're going to need to re-tape it. So the first thing you're going to need to do is completely take off your UFA. This is a tool that we have made with multiple UFAs, and it kind of makes a handle. So it threads into the UFA like so. And you can break it loose. Now, for common at-home tools, you could use something that is large enough to fit into this hole and just crank it. They are tight, but not to the point where you're not going to be able to get it off. If you don't care about scratching this, you could use like vice grips or something, or put a little towel over it and then use vice grips, or just lockjaw pliers or something along those lines to break this loose. Now, once you've broken it loose, there will be a little bit of glue left over. This is also a tool we have, but you could just use a paper clip and go ahead and get the hardened glue out from these threads here. So once you have the glue pretty much taken care of, it doesn't need to be perfect. You can just get it to where the glue no longer protrudes past the threads. Now, you're going to go ahead and take your thread tape, and if you've ever used thread tape before, you know how to thread it, or you know how to put it on. But go ahead and just break yourself off a piece. Length doesn't really matter. You just want to have enough. And you want to start at the very top of your threads, or the first thread, and just kind of stretch it over the threads and continue to apply tension so you can actually get it to seal against your threads. Alright, so now that you have all of your threads completely taped up like so, take your UFA and rethread it onto your regulator. You're going to feel the tape. It'll even move with it sometimes, but that's okay. And you can get it hand tight, and then take your tool in which you took off the UFA and twist it until your regulator is now pointed downward. You kind of want to have a little tilt. I'll show you. And then you can pull off any of the excess thread tape because it's now lodged in between the UFA and the male threaded piece. But you kind of want to have a little tilt in the UFA because when it is attached to the tank, you want to have enough clearance to be able to adjust this. But the only thing that's kind of annoying and I wouldn't recommend messing with is your gauge. It is going to be upside down, but at the end of the day, you just set your PSI, lock it, and you're good to go. But this now has a lot lower profile than it did before. So for anyone who's struggling to put it in a backpack, you now have plenty of space. Overall, I think it's something that needed a video made on to just make everything very simple and, you know, have a general understanding of why people do this and how you can actually do this to your SLP regulator. So if you guys have any other questions about doing this to your regulator, or, you know, need any thread tape or things like that, go ahead and shoot us an email and we would be very happy. Go ahead and shoot us an email or give us a call and we'd be very happy to help you through the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have an awesome day.